Microsoft is facing a potentially huge possible class action lawsuit. The problem is faulty Xbox 360s that literally melt down when they run some of the company's gaming software. We have team coverage of this investigation. Jim Goldman digging into what Microsoft is saying, what it's doing to confront the crisis in order to avoid a hit to its stock price. And Jane Wells covers the Xbox consumers, the gamers, what the bloggers and retailers are saying in response to all this. Jim, first you have we have details on this, plus we have sales figures on Xbox too, right?
Indeed. Complaints about overheating Xbox's bill that keep failing are all over the web, but new sales data that I have just gotten a hold of would indicate that Xbox is not suffering any ill effects. In this first on CNBC report, Microsoft reports 310,000 Xbox consoles sold last week. That would be far ahead of some expectations, outselling Sony's PlayStation 3 by a 2-to-1 margin, and Xbox game titles so far this season outselling both Sony and Nintendo's Wii combined. Still, Microsoft is dealing with a spate of complaints about the Xbox and Halo 3, leading to a lawsuit filed against the company last week.
This was the biggest game release in history, and if you're talking about a problem of the sort that my client has experienced, or at least alleges that he's experienced, with a game release of that size, you're obviously talking about, according to the complaint we filed, a very big problem.
Yeah, Microsoft isn't commenting on that suit, but did set aside $1 billion last summer to extend Xbox warranties by 3 years.
The fundamentals of the business are very good. Certainly we're disappointed in the warranty situation and what we had to do there. That goes without saying. And we've made the choice to do what's right for our customers. And that's always the way we want to optimize. And so we've done that. It wasn't enjoyable, but it was the right thing to do for the marketing and for reaching our customers.
Yeah, that was Robbie Bach just a couple of months ago, and despite surging Nintendo and PlayStation sales last week, those are huge numbers. Microsoft, though, at least according to the numbers today, seems to be doing some surging of its own. For the consumer side of things, I'll turn now to my colleague Jane Wells, who is live in Los Angeles. Jane?
Jim, it's happened to me. It's happened to every Xbox 360 owner on my block. What happened? This happened.
3 red lights.
The red rings of doom. It means your Xbox is fried. Microsoft won't specify what the problem is, but retailers know.
The way the Xbox 360 is designed and how powerful their fans are, it just isn't meeting up with what everyone's doing with it.
It appears to be happening more now because new popular games like Call of Duty 4 mean a lot of playtime on the Xbox. Lars and Tim Betcher in Minneapolis have gone through, a total of 8 consoles, so why not just buy a PlayStation?
No, I like the Xbox. I like the services. I like the games. I plan on sticking with it. It would definitely be nice to to purchase something and not have it break down so often or at all.
Touchdown! Ethan Lavoie in Los Angeles is one of many who says Microsoft has been great in letting him ship back his 360. He got it back a few weeks later, refurbished, but
it gets slower the more you use it. That's what I've noticed.
Yep, and while we were there, the refurbished Xbox froze. Bill?
Timing everything. By the way, are consumers trying to fix this themselves? Can they?
Well, yeah, it's started up a whole sort of cottage industry of people who don't want to wait 2 or 3 weeks to get the box back from Microsoft. They do tricks. There's one thing called the towel trick where you wrap the thing up in towels, let it get really, really hot so the components inside actually resolder themselves, and then you cool it down. It worked for us for a while, but that's only a temporary solution.
Jim, what does this mean for holiday sales coming up? I know they did well last week, but what about the future?
Yeah, I mean, you got to wonder if this kind of thing starts to gain traction in the marketplace. A lot of people are looking for any reason to move from one console to the next. You know, for Wii, it's in short supply. So do you go for Sony? Do you go for Microsoft? Different kinds of platforms, different kinds of capabilities. But when you look at what's going on in the marketplace right now, if consumers are concerned that their Xbox may not work, at least properly, they may want to jump ship to Sony. We're not hearing so much of that right now. But again, we're pretty early in this story to see exactly what the impact is going to be. Last week, though, appears to be a pretty big blockbuster.
I am hearing, though, that the new Xbox is coming out in just the last month with new components, new chips, may be better able to withstand the heat. I don't know if you're hearing the same thing, Jim.
Yeah, I mean, we're hearing that this problem is basically across all Xboxes, and whether it's the overheating issue that you're referencing or whether it's the Halo incompatibility problem that the lawsuit is referencing, you know, it's really we're going to have to wait and see how this all sort of shakes out. The lawsuit bill is seeking class action status, but you just got to wonder, everybody that I'm talking to says class action status for a gaming refund kind of thing, you know, good luck in the courts. It's going to be a real interesting case to see how the courts handle this and, of course, how Microsoft responds.
Very good. Knock on wood, the one in my house, so far so good, and may it ever be so, because I'm getting into Guitar Hero now, and I just love that thing.
Oh,
can you videotape
well,
yourself
good luck.
doing that, Phil? 'Cause
Please
I think that would be fun to watch.
Not a chance, guys, and it's not going to happen, okay? I'm telling you. See you later.
Oh.
Wait till before we get into
Come
problems
on,
here.
honey.